walks into the ring with the Rich cousins, Johnny and Davey. They're taking on Mr. Chono, the RPM, and Mr. Martin, six-man tag action, 2 out of 3 falls.
Well, I will say this for him, he's got pretty good ring music. We'll just have to wait and see what he can do after that plays. I'm not so sure looking at him right now what he can do.
We're about to see. Hard right by the modern-day Warrior, puts Mr. Martin out on the floor. He's ready.
I don't know if I would have sucker punched him. I don't know if I would have pushed him either.
Hey, good shot. Regardless of what you would have done, it was done differently.
Well, he's a different guy. Kerry Von Erich is definitely a different guy.
And they're ready for action. However, Mr. Chono, the RPM, and Mr. Martin with Jamie at ringside seem a little reluctant to want to get this one underway, Doc.
Look at that look on Kerry Von Erich's face. I'm not so sure he knows what he's doing. He's scratching his head, asking Davey Rich, are we in Montgomery? Are we in Dothan? Are we in Texas? Where are we? Doesn't look like
all Kerry Von Erich needs to know, he's in the ring, and that's it.
Yeah. Maybe he's not too sure about that either. This guy isn't the brightest guy in the world. Just because he's from Texas don't mean I like him.
Good reversal by Davey Rich. High back, high hip toss. Into an arm drag he goes, and the original RPM, Mr. Mike Davis, finds himself with that left arm barred.
You notice Kerry Von Erich doesn't want the ring too bad, does he? Yeah, that's what I thought. Wait a minute.
Tag is made. Triple drop kick. Triple drop kick on Mike Davis, the RPM.
Well, like you said, Kerry comes from a wrestling family where there's 2 of the boys that's been wrestling, and he's been wrestling a tag team a lot of his life too. And the Rich cousins, maybe they thought a triple drop kick would work. A lot of times you can't get 3 guys to synchronize a drop kick together, and you get really hurt bad.
We just saw it well executed on this edition of the Continental Wrestling Federation. Now Mr. Martin takes Johnny Rich up under his man, over his man. Rich going to the air with a drop kick, and Mr. Martin goes down hard right to the head. And it's Mr. Martin.
Oh, you know, Kerry Von Erich is right at home when you got guys that call themselves the Party Patrol. And I'm not so sure.
Wait a minute.
Well, hey. Think about it. You spend a lot of time together, you get to know each other pretty good, and you get in the ring and your time work is right, your timing is perfect, and maybe they have familiar ties together, being cousins and Kerry working with family before. You got these people hacked.
You're just beside yourself today, aren't you, Doc?
Yes, I am. I'm beside myself for a lot of reasons today. I sure am. I'm sitting beside you, and I'm watching some great action.
And we're ready.
I'm watching Chono, I'm watching Mike Davis, and I'm watching Alan Martin make fools out of these guys.
Jamie back on ringside with the...
they don't need a lot of help.
And you hear the chant USA at ringside by this crowd at the Montgomery Civic Center.
Johnny doesn't want to make no sudden moves. Yeah.
And a little swap of blows.
This Chono's a dangerous guy. You turn your back on him 1 second, he'll nail you. Dangerous man.
Side headlock by Johnny Rich on Mr. Chono. Clamping down with that pressure. Tag is made with the modern-day Warrior, Kerry Von Erich. Von Erich waiting for Chono to turn around. Hard right to the side of the head. Chono out on the floor.
Well, I tell you something. That's Kerry.
We have over at ringside, a flag is being brought in, the American flag being brought in.
Well, you notice now they want to take time out to win the flag.
The modern-day Warrior.
Wait to get the flag out of the ring and get back to wrestling. You notice Kerry doesn't want no part of these guys.
Well, the American flag being displayed by the modern-day Warrior, Kerry Von Erich. Von Erich, Martin going to the ropes for leverage, but oh me.
Well, I'm not so sure.
That didn't work. Again, a good shoulder smash puts Mr. Martin
not too smart to try and match strength against Kerry Von Erich right now.
No. Whoa, what a clothesline.
I'll give him that. He is a ring veteran. He's not savvy.
Foot on the rope is the only thing that kept it from being history. Hard right by the modern-day Warrior.
And Alan Martin showed his savvy, too, and put his leg right over the rope, and he could have been beat.
Martin goes airborne, and waiting for the tag with the RPM Mike Davis.
He needed to make a tag because Kerry laid him with that clothesline, and Alan showed that he had some smarts about him. He showed he was a ring veteran. I got to hand it to Alan Martin. He put his foot on the rope, and Kerry Von Erich very well could have had those shoulders down.
Former world-class heavyweight champion Kerry Von Erich.
He's a former NWA champion, too. He's done a lot. Like I said before, maybe I was a little too hasty. He has been an accomplished wrestler. He has done a lot of things.
I can't believe you're
well,
right.
You got to give the guy his due, but at the same time...
Sleeper by Mike Davis.
Oh, but a stake like that'll end him.
Sleeper by Mike Davis on the modern-day Warrior, Kerry Von Erich. Von Erich fighting for the ring rope.
There you go. I knew that Mike Davis. Now, Mike Davis is a wily guy, too. He's got Kerry Von Erich and a sleeper, and that takes one mistake, and you could be finished. Maybe I was a little too hasty talking about it.
Von Erich in trouble here, former NWA World Heavyweight Champion, former World Class Heavyweight Champion. And he's made it over to the ropes. Oh, he needs to grab those ropes because Mike Davis continues.
Ha! He's out.
Now punishing Von Erich. Von Erich coming back to hard right into the midsection as Mike Davis comes off of the ropes. Hard right to the side of the head. Davis goes down. Tag is made with Johnny Crash Rich. Rich cleans out.
Wow! Johnny Rich is on fire.
Johnny Rich putting the heads of Mr. Martin Chono together.
Yeah.
Over on Davis, firing those rights away. Oh, over the top rope. Over the top rope, the bell
Now what
sounds.
happened? Huh? Now what happened?
Thrown over the top rope, the bell sounds, being thrown into that ring post. Johnny Rich in a lot of trouble down there, thrown into the ring post.
Johnny's
by
bleeding.
Chono.
Ha! He's got him. They cut him wide open. That Johnny Rich is down. Yeah, he's bleeding, man.
First fall ends in disqualification. First fall goes to the modern-day Warrior and the Rich Cousins, and boy, he caught it.
They got him hurt. They got him hurt.
He caught
it doesn't matter because they're going to come back. They got him hurt.
His head busted open by that ring post. The modern-day Warrior is irate, and we'll be back with the beginning of the second fall of this match in just a moment. Johnny Rich is unable to come back out for the beginning of the second fall.
Johnny Rich didn't have the guts to come back out.
Well, he was certainly severely lacerated, and now they're bringing it out all over the building. Mr. Mike Davis thrown back in the ring. Davey Rich on Chono. Davey Rich on the RPM. The modern-day Warrior. Head first goes Mr. Martin into the ring. What a brawl we have going here, Doc.
Oh, man! You notice these guys came back hot and heavy, but Johnny Rich didn't have the guts to come back.
And in the middle of the ring, Davey Rich begins to pound away at the side of the head of the RPM Mike Davis.
Yeah, but you notice one half of the Continental Tag Team Champions didn't come back. They left it back in the dressing room to get his head stitched up. And you got one guy out there trying to do a job, along with some other guy who don't know where he's at.
Going for the bear. Oh, man.
That's smart thinking. That's smart wrestling on Mike Davis' part. He's a smart guy. And now these guys are going to pay because they still got three guys on their team. They got Alan Martin, they got Mr. Chono, and Miss Mike Davis. That's still 3 against 2, and you can't beat those odds.
And certainly, whoa, did you see that?
That Alan Martin's a vicious man. A lot of people underrate him. They underrate his wrestling, but he is a vicious wrestler when he wants to be.
I have never in my life. Davey Rich carried in again, boot to the... What a neck breaker.
Yes, sir. Alan Martin showing a little wrestling knowledge right here for everybody to see. He's in against one half of the tag team champions, and you got the modern-day Warrior on the outside waiting to tag.
What a vicious series of moves by Mr. Martin. And certainly, Davey Rich is in a lot of trouble. This team is in big trouble now because Johnny Rich, 2 count, and he powers out. Johnny Rich unable to come back out and compete because of that injury by the ring post, being hurled into that ring post. Good suplex.
Like I said, you got 3 guys on that side. You got 2 guys over here. You got a fresh man you can tag in more times. And they're going to keep Davey Rich in the ring, and they're going to pound on him and not let him tag Kerry. What a kick!
What a... Oh, man.
This Chono is an impressive guy. He's an impressive wrestler.
And they have succeeded in tearing down Davey Rich in the last few minutes of this match. They certainly have. They are punishing Rich. Full body slam by Mr. RPM, Mr.
This is smart. They're keeping him on that side of the ring.
Oh. 2 count.
Yes,
thought it was all over, but Davey Rich finds the power somewhere to come out of it.
Tagging in and out. This Mike Davis and Chono, the Japanese connection, has got it down.
Double clothesline. Double clothesline by Chono. And the RPM going for the pin again. 1, 2. Oh, almost a count of 3.
This is smart wrestling, though. They're not letting him get over and tag. Chono stacks it back and not going to let him tag.
There's a vicious chop by Chono.
Good chop.
Mike Davis setting up that knee. Head first he goes into the knee of Mike Davis waiting in the corner. What teamwork we're seeing. Kerry Von Erich comes in, breaks it up.
That's Kerry. I guess he couldn't take any more either.
He breaks up the momentum in that one.
I'm not sure what you call that, but that guy was effective and saved Davey from one clothesline, but they still shot him in the other side and gave him the double clothesline anyway. So what did it really accomplish is what I asked you. What did Kerry Von Erich really stop?
And now, Davey Rich tries to fight back at being 4. Now Jamie's in on this. Jamie's in over there was choking Davey Rich. Wait a minute. Kerry Von Erich trying to grab our chair out from under us.
Well, he should have stayed in the corner so his partner could get a tag, because he's in trouble. If maybe he wouldn't have been running around chasing some guy, chasing poor Gumby around the ring. Maybe Davey could have made a tag just a minute ago, but that's where his head's at. He's not into this match.
Mike Davis takes that hard right to the side of the head, so does Mr. Martin.
He's missed a tag about 3 times.
Being hurled into a drop kick. 2 count and he powers out. I've never seen such moves.
They got to beat this guy. They're putting a lot of moves, but they got to beat this guy.
All right, Davey Rich gets out of the way. He needs to make that effort right now. Make the effort. Make the tag with Kerry Von Erich. He does it. Here we go. The modern-day warrior comes to life. The modern-day warrior takes Mr. Chono hard right to the side of the head. And again on Chono.
Kerry Von Erich shoves his people electrified, and he's going after Chono, but this man is still 3 against 2. They're still outnumbered. They're not. They're still outnumbered.
Wow. There is it.
He's got the iron claw on Old Martin, and I'm not so sure with Old Martin's knowledge either. I'm not so sure he can get out of this. What?
He's got the claw on Mr. Martin.
That's the iron claw. That's it.
It's over.
It's over.
In the meantime, they're hanging. They are hanging Davey Rich. Here comes Johnny Rich with a trash can.
Alan Martin. Alan Martin's bleeding too. Oh, no.
Oh. Mr. Martin. One heck of a shot. Out on the floor. Man, this place is torn apart. They have torn down our television monitor. Mr. Martin and both Davey Rich. Mr. Martin
claw split his head wide open.
And then the garbage can on top of that. What? They're talking.
I don't know. I wouldn't like getting there, everyone.
They seem to have some problem arguing with Alan Martin. I don't know what it is. In the meantime, Johnny Rich, just a mass of blood, looking after cousin Davey Rich. What a battle we have had here in the Montgomery Civic Center. And this six-man, two out of... What is it?
I don't think he knows where he is.
What's the problem?
I'm blowing the head to this guy. Kevin Dillinger, who's that?
I don't know. I know about Custer's last stand.
Alan Martin going around thinking he's Kevin.
You the horse you rode in on?
I don't know. Exactly.
The horse you rode in on?
What is the problem? There's a boot to the side of the head. The modern-day warrior begins to pound away with the boot. And our time is running close on this edition of the CWF. Chono squaring off with a modern-day warrior, Kerry Von Erich. We've lost our communications. This place is in shambles.
I didn't know Kerry Von Erich could suck attack from behind.
With the boot again.
What a sneak attack, and he threw that a boot, too, because they couldn't do it on his own.
This place is in shambles. Mickey, if we could, let us know if we have any time remaining on the program. We have 1 minute, Doc, to wrap this up. We have seen war all over the building today.
Well, I don't know if this Kerry Von Erich thinks he's in Dallas, thinks he's in Fort Worth or Houston or wherever he thinks he may be, but you're in Alabama now, pal.
What action we have seen here today with great tag team action.
Take your horse back.
Dr. Tom Pritchard was in tag action early on in the day, and Doc, things didn't turn out quite your way on that.
Don't worry, Ricky Morton. You'll meet me again, and I can promise you, you ain't getting away with nothing.
Our
But
time.
you didn't beat me.
What an hour we've had.
And I'm going to get my belt back, too.
Okay. Don't dare miss next week's edition of the Continental
Well,
Wrestling
I'll have
Federation.
my belt
More great action coming your way
Yes.
from Montgomery. Charlie Platt saying so long for the CWF.
You'll see.